As the morning sun burns the curtains, let's discuss the draft. Last year I did a steals of the draft, day two potential steals. I'm going to do that again. First off, I want to say the Canucks pick up Lind, or Cole Lind. He's Canadian. It says country Canada from Kelowna, so I'll just say Lind. And then Vancouver picked up Gadjevich at 55, and then they actually listened to me on something. So as much as last night we could have been all kind of a little bit upset, the number 64 pick, Michael DiPietro, goaltender out of Windsor. Apparently the knock on him is he's only 6 feet tall. I remember when 6 feet tall was tall for a goaltender. I like the Ratcliffe move. Isaac Ratcliffe goes to Philly. Philly's come out of this draft looking really good. I really like what they did. Ratcliffe's another forward. Golden Knights get Haig at 34, defenseman. And from there, Anderson Dolan's an interesting story for the LA Kings. Sandberg is another big defenseman for Winnipeg, 6'3", 211. They like their big defensemen, the Jets do. Mario Ferraro ends up with San Jose. This was a Boston pick that went to New Jersey and then went to San Jose. A lot of these players are either tall and beanpolish or they're just short. And it's going to be an interesting draft to see how any of these guys turn out. Hiponiemi, drafted by Florida at 40. Only 149 pounds. 5'10", 149 pounds. He's got to pack on a lot of weight if he wants to make the NHL. And again, this is part of the reason why this draft is kind of viewed as being a bit of a weaker draft. Luukkonen ends up going as the goaltender to Buffalo. He's 6'4", 198. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. That's a pretty strong pick for Buffalo. I was hoping he'd end up with one of my favorite teams, but he didn't. So it's okay though. Buffalo is a good place for those weird name guys too. Fabian Zetterlund. It's funny. I'm watching the coverage, and he says he reminds me of, he's a cross between Fabian Brunstrom and Henrik Zetterberg. And I'm thinking, you mean name, right? Because it's Fabian Zetterlund. So you mean their names are the same. But anyways, that was just one of those weird things. Mackenzie Entwistle goes to Arizona. No offense with this kid, but, you know, very decent defensively according to all the numbers. So he could end up being a steal. This is the thing. I'm into the third round already. And goaltenders, Stuart Skinner goes to Edmonton. So Edmonton traded up to get that pick. And Petroselli going to Detroit. I think he's one to watch. He's 6'5". 6'5", 174 pounds. So that's a big goaltender. Daniel Tarasov, Russian goaltender, going to Columbus. I don't know much about him, but he's 6'4". Ustimenko goes to Philly. He's a goaltender as well, 6'3". Stuart Skinner's 6'3" as well. Velada went to the Kings before that, 6'2". So at the end of any draft day, and we're into the 5th round, we're into the guys who, at this point when I'm recording this, into the 5th round, we're into guys who likely aren't going to make it anyways. Yeah, you got about a 12% chance of making it. Somewhere in that region. The question's always asked, who won in the draft? Kings. For me, for my money, the Kings won at this draft. In the first round, they picked up Velarde, and I think that's going to be a big pick. I know people were saying skating. and the fact that people are bringing up a weakness, and I'm thinking to myself, it reminds me of Scott Pearson when Pearson got drafted, and people were like, eh. And Pearson ended up being a pretty good player. The Kings in the second round picking up Anderson Dolan, I think, was very good. That was a good move for them. I think that's the only pick they had in the second round. Yep. And then, actually, I can go to the Kings. All. Click it. Okay. Yeah. So they picked up Velarde, Anderson Dolan, Velada as goaltender, and then they went to defense. So they went with Michael Anderson, Marcus Phillips, and Cole Haltz. They've really done a good job in terms of they're all Canadians or Americans. 2 of them are in the USHL, one's in the WHL, 3 are in the OHL. The Kings, for my thinking, did it right at this draft. I think there's a lot of other teams that did some really good things, some fun stuff. We'll see how it works out for them. You guys can let me know who you think got the steal of day 2. I like the Lind pick a lot for the Canucks, though. I think day 2, I think they did really well. Michael DiPietro, that potentially could be an out-of-the-park home run. That's fantastic. So let me know what you guys think. Hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. And what do you think about Matt Strome going 4th round to Philly? Does he ever play, or is he the Jared Stahl of the bunch? I'm thinking, okay, it's not Jordan, it's not Eric, it's not Mark. Yeah, Jared Stahl. Jared Stahl played, I think, 1 NHL game. When he was drafted, there was a lot of talk about he's bigger than his brothers. He could play. He's just got to fill it. He's still got potential. Is Matt Strome like that for the Strome brothers? Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for being subscribers. Tremendous growth. This is fun. And let me know who you think won on day 2 of the draft. And I'll talk to you guys again soon.